I'm Erica Kinnemer. I'm the Director of HorsePlay Hippotherapy and Therapeutic Riding here in Conway. So I started riding horses when I was 12 years old. My sister and I would volunteer at a summer camp close to where I grew up, and we would tack up about 15 horses at a time and take these kids, 5 years old to 15 years old on trail rides. And pretty much every summer until we graduated college, we were out there working with them, and you just form these bonds with horses and you connect. And so connecting to this massive animal, it's just, there's nothing quite like it. I have been an occupational therapist since 2012, graduated, and then I worked in hospitals and burn units and prison hospitals and ICUs for 7 or 8 years. I never imagined that I would be working with horses and kids, in a therapeutic mindset. Literally just driving down the road, I see this sign for a pediatric therapy clinic, and I thought, that looks like fun. And really just one thing led to another. I came across this, it was an educational course basically for therapists using hippotherapy in their treatments. Did a couple trainings, one in Tennessee, one in Texas, and I just couldn't deny the fact that there's so much benefit. After years in the hospital, after years at this time in a pediatric clinic, just some night and day differences using horses in the therapy world. So I really couldn't get away from it once I got a taste of it. So when a child is riding and is part of the hippotherapy program, the movement of the horse, it stimulates the brain in such a way. As the child experiences the movement, it basically just highlights all areas of the brain. During, a therapy session out at the barn, we'll have a child do an activity that would look typical in a clinic setting, and then have them ride the horse for 30 minutes, and then we'll come back to that same activity. They do so much better after their brain's been stimulated. When they're on the horse, they're just getting, their vision stimulated, their balance stimulated, what they're hearing, what they're seeing, what they're smelling. It's every sensory system you have, just nonstop for 30 minutes, up to 3,000 repetitions per session. When they're given the opportunity to come out to the barn, to take a risk, come sit on this very large, very independent animal, just confidence just soars through the roof. They go home and parents are telling us things these kids have done after just one session. We have such a love for horses, and we just want to share it, with everybody, and especially with children. It's been phenomenal, the success we've seen in therapy and just in all aspects of their life, because everything's just functioning better and they respond to things better and can process things more efficiently. We get those building blocks down, and the movement of the horse helps solidify those building blocks. And then all the higher level skills that stack on top of those blocks just kind of fall into place, and they get easier for these kids to do. The brain's an amazing thing. There's no cap to its potential.